some questions, sir, will bring the vetting to a close. That will be a nice way of going about it, but there could be a exception. And of course, I don't think it's a obesity. There isn't anything like scandals. MP nominees and the minister nominees, they are hiding something. I don't think that is the case. It is just most of their political statements and pronouncements that are in the public domain, which led to the dethronement of the erstwhile government. They want to find out exactly that it was just merely a propaganda, of which you used against them, or it was a matter of treason.
Dear Ekosui, you say last 4 years, the finance minister Etinam vetting be 2 days and no the vetting. Ebi ensusu ye say for years nominees mampani abomudi on makọ vetting no. Enkosi da so call vetting no, you couldn't perform and I say want to me and justify and de obetumi aye wo ministry no. Ne saso ntin mampani I withdraw Edio Fofrako. Yahunu be in your history, democratic history, no. Ya witness be say, Obia Covetin, I'm a president, say one perform me and I 1 year, dear. It's ya withdrawn, Yahubida.
Oh, unless me chat down for margin course, because there is nowhere. Nominate someone without doing a prima facie background interrogation of the person. What I say, it's not possible. Before I nominate you, national security, the call baby, school, and up to your current way. They'll do all that, and they will give the report to the president. And if you are not somebody, I'm a penny piece and no. Who will track the bria? He will not nominate you.
Eti enunama ebesusu sese sanet yese emtimin kodru hodia ene vetting anototo no eye de emra no eka ye wo say ye dwuma but at the end so nipa no suban odana di say ye o say nye ebekɔwi akire ye beginatum ntina the essence pa ya vetting edeba to the ordinary Ghanaian no eye de
I can understand the tone of cynicism in the question, because if it is just a normal procedure there, then what is the use? And yes, sir. Of course, there is a need to test the temperament, the characters, the experiences of these nominees. Their power. There is a need to do so. Sometimes, as a nation, we just don't want to think your selection as a nominee of the president is just for partisan consideration. What's the position speech said DCU what most of them are not a partisan way. What I say, partisan consideration, not BBC. But at that national level, you need people who have the temerity, people who have the temperament, people who have the character. So the vetting process and yet fault finding, it is to vet the appropriateness of the nominee.
Okay.
His experience, his vision, whether it is in line with their manifesto, in line with the president's vision. And apart from that, does he also intend to do something new? Sometimes it is also a place to clear your name. What I say, to clear your name. So it is a normal process. And you see, Parliament, they are the representation of the people. So in as much as the president nominates you, you will have to be vetted. And then the people who represent us will clear you. And once they have cleared you, then the president will swear you in. So it is a process here.
Okay. Mate, you go so Parliament issues no sure and run na chairman the ranking member no naka ombetumi handle situation no differently until say ekodane chaotic no ebra na ebobaba no naka chairman mo nyina betumi aye consensus say yate yentie the ranking e ka no yemfa nya adwuma ka yedru ha
Well, I think it's both sides were at fault. Both sides were at fault. Most of my background arrangement is any family and some of for the day. We are for also, and you are bringing the rest, and that is what brought the commotion. The other thing is say, you don't spend 3 hours as an individual on one nominee, and you still think that the majority will not bring their people to be vetted. So the two sides were at fault. And more at fault is the chairman for giving the ranking member too much room just because he wants peace to prevail. But once we set the parameters, that is how it should be. It doesn't matter what they will say. You quote, because Honorable Benahia is very good with the standing order and parliamentary practice. But yes, and but the level of minority the distraction there. That one, I think that a committee will have to be set up. And privileges committee will have to be called upon to do the needful.
Okay. Many will be na where the Mamma found for Kakra ahead of the 2024 elections. You say you were neutral Sibia na omo ebi professors ebi lectures any idea say about energy governance economy na omo comment wo ho omo yen resource persons are yen yomu edijuma on several occasions aban sesamba ye hu say ebi mo enya appointment so far those appointments ba ye no ye hu so bia traba esemani nyi ho me pesa me nkoso na meni midjuma ye hu Dr. Ransford Jampo professor ne die no ye hu professor Kobi Mensa ye hu ne die ena dankana monso ye hu ne die ebi so ho ma maybe we are yet to get the information from baby what say na a society ye see neutrals resource persons ye no eyedwuma issue ba sorry kasa with passion in the interest of a minor na omoji appointment ewa ban bi anasa manyoko bi abreso. Does it speak well of Yebeka say think tank for na almost so some ye neutrals nana?
Well, life is about choices. You make your choice. If it works for you, you bear the consequences. If you more, you bear the consequences. There is nothing like neutrals. I think that there are what we call independent-minded persons. It doesn't mean someone to aba. Electoral Commission on co supervising so what to aba. So we all have the right to vote. If you are called upon to serve your nation in a capacity, it doesn't matter whether you were speaking for or speaking against. Once that point on, when we say you feel to say you have the capacity to do this job, what you are saying, then they can give the opportunity. For example, Professor Boxing, Ocean in India or economy, finance near there, and the government decides they want him to be part of the finance ministry, or maybe advisors on consultancy basis. It's not bad. Professor Lord Mason, with that background, it's not bad. You've mentioned Professor Jampo. Well, the most important thing is Jumaji Okwa Kodino, our jetting Okwa Kodino. Obetimi Abua, Makan Konin Puntu, Abba or mining. In that area, we need to see that improvement so that it is not about say won't out na air and you are making noise. When you were given the opportunity, you slept or you couldn't. Because some of us say, what the Akwa baby? Let's say you will not allow me to work, I will leave the job for you. That is how my nature is. So any my baby entry baby because by virtue of my analysis, my perception, my views near there, of course, the point is that in any
Asempa
nation
FM,
where you have the media focused on the opposition, that is a tyranny. It is not a democracy. Because the government takes our taxes, they administer the taxes, either in judicious way and as a not judicious way.
Mema wate na mema wakwaba ehaye Asempa 94.7 Kukurantumi dwumadie enne ye da memne da ogefo bosome da edikan afimpim yenu enne adununum enne ye 1st February 2025 happy new month ena medema obibia sawo ye February born na enne de mesene so boade na onte nanim enkyerɛw na ɔma oyedie enkwatenten ene pomode papa na February busumi a yahase nso no ɔne ani ne yie ɔne ani ne yie na ɔma serie no enyemo ɔma yesika nye bebre ɔma yenhyira nye bebre na February busumi bɛkɔ na wieye no na yewo adansedie bosume wonso sa eyo dobosome nti ba bia be fa bia 51st bosume so ebewu 28th eti 51st ekosi 28th no enye odo enigye ene sire nko a and 1st February siwa woda happy birthday to you nyame yadomo china 2nd February edie asime me mawoda nti happy birthday to myself na ensamo ya ewo hwa no pay ye bedi mu nkomo no edroso parliament de edroso pa se enra kai se kosi senso ye di nkomo na ye hye de si enene nansa emma microphones any tables are appointment committee edidi juma ni nyina ebisese ye no na ye bisase ti we no hwan na ebefa saka no eyo man no anase MPs no eno ati krompo no asotwe bi wo because social videos after enene nansa na circulate na faces no aye so say so clear ya hunu say MP we eye we MP we di twuma we MP we ebo bra we you can easily identify some members of parliament no na ye bisa se aba no sa no den na e wo se leadership wo mra se we dwafie no mo ye emwo se deterrent bi be ba na obi be kasa sumasi kobo bra we asumasi ye we asotwe akwa ma no na ye betena ho se ya na ye kan se ya na ye wie na ye di sankomo ne wie ye ekosi se dwumade na chi na breaking news ba ye Kwaku Asante yen reporter ye rep your parliament ebeche se MP se 9 miensa from the minority and abako from the majority side speaker a suspend yo munyina for 2 weeks eti ne sano na ye share no chiswate committee yomo be ye dwuma aye investigations into the chaos na esi ye no na wo a wose ye search charge o ye bebo ka na wotua na saneman omodia fixe ye bisa se speaker decision no ebi susu se ase oye ye se kan bi se speaker a decide obi ani say untumi enka ho hwe na decision so a speaker eteki ye no aye de beboa na edi sanity aba parliament house anase aye de ebetiti omontem na fe ye baby san so se gwena speaker a decide no bibi wo hodma leaders no ebeye both sides ye be kase bia speaker ebe go suspension mu se wa mom 2 weeks no ebeye 1 week anase etesen ye be di san kobo yama wo enra anadwono so ne hu se security all over ese a lot come kane director of operations awo Jubilee House nipa bi akwa attack no akwa attack ni fie eno se be hye se ye benya party executives ne bi na ye nyoma di nkomo ne ye bisa de si ye se danso man ho na asasem we si ye attack no na efihe omususu se ye hwan ne die na ye fa omubu ni danya ni die nti na sa nipa yi ekofi honom de no mokoje ye be hye sankobo no so ama wono payin na afi na woche eba ya crossover akọ Adum TV na yakofa na wochi ejumadi no na yakrosova na yakofa no so ato so edian meje so ene Abena Opokua Ahwenee na usha enra so appointment committee no dwumadi no ekoso na brana omuguso etoto Yura Samuel Okujito Ablakwa na no na se mentebe ho se kakraba ye ne nyina no sakre na speaker deba committee no so any formation of members no Emma the minority on the committee boycott ye na yebeba eno so mamni ni Odalai Paka eni enkomo oye NPP Greater Regional Secretary ni Martin Netese nyame adom onso
yesu atom mafomu
na yenya ntie se Lord Come nipa bi akwa attack no so the same report na mate
ya ba na wase na ne yedi kai ba me chia ye tifo na ampa enra ni bre na me ho and I know information so your papa your new Abena former director of operations for the presidency. You're attacking if you and piles. You know, you're born what they say, the call. You're questioning the NTR. ye papa ya kota
Asempa FM
na mini aba ye ko dru ho no niyama ye ko hu ye nyan na se Ghana democracy no say ne be ko dia me nim dachi ni beba because udi ye me na e kina me so me saka wa me be na me ye mo so me ye mo ni tensa mini aba ni 4 times and I me ka say ye nuanom NDC4 attacking eye omo bibi na omo friend ora no obi bia she tag a o se o ye already nti omo ba na kra peni bia ndi omo ni mo be ka se we die ona bo ku da to na edi omo ni ana ona bo si na edi ni nkoda kra omo bi kra na ye ni mo so we langa ye ni mo mo kra kro mo ha so we langa enra omo no mo call not come see o dan so ni pickers back 4 ni company pickers yes sani na ni Range Rover you su won kra ha obi anim say apart from official car no ni personal car omutam and ni other small car and now we have to trace and ni ayatini say e wo blue gate national security ye bon pai say ye bi do one na ni na ebe wo because no one say ebs e wo ya ye papa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ni warehouse almost car 7 4 ne copy mo at Enter police station 3 na kan e de se ne ye ho ye na say NDC 4 ni mo tax ya name no ora ejuma mbedi a embo amaya me so say o say Ghana for nyina kandi because some na media party national officer aka by this time I organize party for nyina who touch MPP ni ba ko a touch everybody because we can't continue say obia oye former director of operations say mufisa ben bibi wo ho a and that invitation na I say mo invite no. In fact the district police regional police call omo pamu police for it say nkwara on my banner ye mo yi it's about something ayamba ya attack lot come fee in fact okopiom so because no ni fee okopiom so a oni mu kasa en omo bi omo di no omo si omo 300,000 cedis
say me ba ni otise bibi sesi na okofie no kotom
okopiom so and obi say aden and omo si omo di 300,000 omo 300,000 and omo be jai castle no omo di ton car be say 4 na aba
and omo chese
okay you keys no ma say and omo di key na mo fa ko sampa se mo si national security na ko enti ye ma ye kwada de e di moto di echi e de ko and then fie na what dan so man ko ni fie so wa am ka tie saa so no mo ko ho e na ba ko so wo West Hills omo so e ho so omo ko ho no e bien na e ko so
nti on record no national security for omo susu so mo no mo ko fie o ko fa cars no and na e propose say
o ka sa free national security eye NDC 24 so omo small bia sa no mo ka
nti na kan baby sa say nti omo na buy omo be fa cars and omo sign e propose say mo ma ye 300,000 Ghana cedi na ye nya cars no ensi ho no
na se enyam penifo na small mo ade na penifo be entertain class e be park cars no bo ho no na se penibi ene wo
na you recommend between identify mema ye ba ho no
e be heading kakra
adentia
na your security cameras are capture omubi it that will be your evidence the dia be case dia no e be ko
enipa be sen ene ko
nipa be 20 Many about Messi. Dia Messi wako Abena. Omo about 4 good times. Me free US. Sika me di free US. Near dear the word them omo be tam na. Case no wo Accra regional. Na se no ko police phone wo ye kra. Ntini phone die omo sheda ehwe bankura ni kra. Senya omo si ye omo ya de no be safe na nye bia Ghana police a ye ni no omo ani.
Na sadia mamenkai ahwefo samon johnny yen e wo Facebook video no na edahenti we have a video ye hu se we towing car na bayin na towing car no be hu se mema ene ye ka se mema woni mema na
okay
yes atentia brane na omo edi akoniaba ti be se 20 obetumi yi identity card e kire se ofri honum eche lordana
nini oda o share video na e kamoyi ana e wo Facebook yi o so mo di ta bia to omkom ayacho all our so but we are still doubting say all that and the bia na be say 8 o'clock all our 4 ejuma na all our 4 so be opening say see akokase ye diska na uni ma bia moye omuko na ye papa me e de car document ko di class here the next thing on be any say omu dia to social media dada na MPP fu awiaka ni omuko so omu ya no there has never been any single car omu be dia ye abanka omu asizi omu be ka say abanka. Into the question, you be saying, a DNA costly, a bit broad way.
Na Saka also Marcos selling nano. A lord and Cassa, a private property.
Private cars. Private cars. Now, Ninaba, a buy to Regana, a buy you so much Ratiana, a buy to sarcasm. I buy top motors. I buy motors or motor failing. Motua or more or running businesses people. Ya cost is Sanya or this business.
Sadia Walker say enye bako enye mienu na former vice president ne warehouse.
Omo attack you also edinika. Say you see a bosswa nipa be bring in all this assembly edino. Nipa people ye penny for people no this asem no edi ye amasama campaign car ye use ye and na ye ka say ye no be dia campaign car no omuji campaign car pick up no omo ho na da de kotupo omuji la da de kotupo campaign car Abekuma South omuji Abekuma South campaign car enti kasa ye use the campaign car ye party fokra almost no say ombe use car.
Na odala yo hye de ekoso na obi anka se eye ne papa no but obi nso beka se abansesa ebaye no yeti de esiye in 2017 ebramu take over ye kaipa besi ne krofogu so etage abrante John Dumilo se V8 bi e ko ne ho maineka on famra ne ade o ma yesizi o kas at the time mo asomo members CB ne national security sensem ekoswa enti mo ankasa amanyofo no mutwa sa no eto ho na wotina bi sasa na mutwa to na saba ebe hantemo a na mo complain na mo fresa yenyemo enso yemfa ne se bia yekoye nimyi aban sesa bi mba ye besa be jamba bi egina yade akasem mugire se mo ankasa mo boa de mo ye na ebesi afotina na matwem ho edidi mu dia na ewose ye kasa mudi didi a ewose obi ayedin mugire se mo ne ye di ne ye wo man mu
nini oba medawase na meka se e ferie
Yes, say benya ni odala paka na yede no atoa enkobodi no eso na ono MPP Greater Accra Regional Secretary na oma instances asanema we ekoso ebia to the former Vice President Lord Dienra video da Facebook a wo hwe to hunu emema no a wo enamu konti de fie nim ho na towing cast no ene ekoneba ono a odala nso so mo de di no bebre wabo samia wukodi so no so mo de ye no ye wo haya a weekend say yanso na yete se yera omariwade ono so enipakuo bi akogye ne ka so mo ye orafo ma ekwawi achi kra no ka no oma sign dia koma no sanso mo hwehwe mo wie no mo realize se ka ne nya ban ka eyo no akasa ne private ajapade eno ma sign aretene na wotwi ye mo meni yera Martin Kwebu edi nkobo ye member of Ora committee no o chese Ora ni bia nkonkoji obi aka enti se obi akoje ka na onipa na retene a enye Ora o se sa report na security no eye fake eye false Ora for enye ka yensan enko odalai aba ni na me bisa se de wo party for ni bi ye no 2017 no eno an nei 2025 NDC for so edeye mo no adna mo nyedin na mo sofa
yo me aba medawasi na meso ni amebisa ne se ye wo gidie ewo nyame opse eye 2028 MPP be power wokuba na nyedia MPP gi powerAsubai, I was say, Ecosobium. Like I said, no, Emboa. Into back 2016, Sana Yaman Kosono, your party before you are condemned. Stopping and Koda now with your Sanya. It has been 1 month. I am your num NDC for starters. Question I have said, and you be NDC penny be anymore. Obekase omunjani omuye because all the aye lot come here near aban sisa ye de ba ya se dim titia se odi ye lot come here near aban sisa ye be target finance minister e wo NDC abemu enti se sa no mpese ye kono dia e de omkoso no munye ba nyame wo ho ni de aban bia ni wo betra so afebo now the ye ne na. That is why we are calling on the president and all other political parties. So, because Ghana.
Because no did you wine you didn't know yen stopping no.
Intina make us say in penny for MPP. MPP yan kwada ne yan. Yes, stop one. President of the Republic then Nanado. Yem brantia ni bia yes ano Lord come here you can answer me Lord come here sansa kwara no call president o e ka tell say you can't continue to do this medina mo say mo dai omutie ye papa de dai we are expecting that from the president ye him say someone ye kakra president nim from ka say nyamo ye mo dai na say na ya national security 24 ya minister of interior. And the again, consequence, the Minister of Interior, no, never police wires are the police body. Now, any civilian at all, a democracy soldier for Taria, who send your Musha Taria, who say, where on your soldier, Yankasa. Omubi soldier Taria, who say, where on your soldier for. Men, say, and no be back. Clearly. Me, Omubin net, after forming mask. Send your own home. Now wait a bit more.
Okay.
If you near yesterday, your mom penning Minister of Interior, National Security Coordinator, say that's wrong. A day a ya abruso. Emboy may. Yen pass a baby say. Utati Lord Kobia, na yasu yako tati any NDC penini. Embo mai. Yem pese beba na sa.
Na ye ken
ye president. Beckaby. And when you say, and this in 24 Beckaby.
Yeah, can say no. Yenim say after post-election violence ebaye no na edroso. Ekwe chief president condemn ye some executives of the NDC condemn ye, but still ne mabunu eguso a eye. Ebia president be condemn obekasa omo national security for obekasa, but still na no say etoaso a would you still blame the president and impanyefo say omo no mo say
many of a young penny for being a shelter. Because name a case, for instance, a was regional police command. Many can say, almost take action, but what in the PMO? Actually, Nipa Minu, call Atomic Police Station, Abena district. Yet you mono, you say, a bayer Katasu, no more so. Inti Ekobani say, I was send me a petition at the regional level. And I recall it. Now, see, I do a case in the car. Ni Suba or Nini Yeno. Let's say, Bibi Eshaff.
Oh, yeah, then.
For about 4 weeks near Asempa, another 3 weeks Asempa. Corner bra. In Korana Bo, Obi or small.
Asempa FM.
Say, yeah, after the arrest, cry ayeding. And see, near one, young person, a baby, say, Abia Winty Namia, your papa, Dr. Mahmoud Bawia, yeah, or consider defeat in temp. Send a young and I bear some doing. Because for how long Nipa obet me authorities are say one year kuma na who 2 hour register no be attack you fees na ebia akuma no eko how pe e dia some fufu na ba
mate na wo kase same awoku enkrofo kwa attack no mo je ne de
omo je ni pick up nika omo je ni pick up
it is a pick up no way
me nim bebia e wo fesia
na eyo no ane dia na se na ya ban dia
omo an pick up enti na make say so far cars omo agini ade ni na no when we send our documents omo say nya ban ka enu kra ne bre a ye be bre up and down so na ye be release no and that form and no na cite example 7 cars from a year campaign secretariat and a campaign warehouse almost sign 7 vehicles 4 na yensaka 3 no yanin be da
okay
enti ya wa dia ni say enye ora na then there are criminals omudi omuaji sadie mu enti ora no na is the high time say institutions or what some year investigation now so be a state property institutions were also muji na institution take over
na share ebano general security na minim say ablekuma north say ye kasa yi isi achenchen so ya ni nyina so a o kan ye no eye bambo security challenges and the general aye ebeka say environment dan kasa so no as a bambo nsem no sinto kakra ebamu to you no hunu ne say bibi wo hon me wo say IGP eye one ne post sadom no ye na emasa attention ya eba ya attack post for ye hunu de omo ye ne ade no ebekọ fom
yo mini aba meka say senior nana adodan kwa akufo ado aban senior police for what to me police for your majuma no me hunu bi sabi me nim say your IGP wo man mu a IGP no wada on sorry what it ne paso because enye IGP ye nim no Ghana no yo anko no se minim yire kra nyantokwa kra efa no na fe dia ekoba ne sen Nia yatiti an allegation is open IGP medium. If there was so or yet your man, a best satisfy Yaniano NDC4.
What's your way?
Oh, any day I'm a forkica. Yeah, you know, be a kicker. Me did pass a ukra wacket.
Mean TV.
Me did class a wackety. Because, yeah, IGP Dampari, I yet no, and yet Dr. Dampari, Ejuma, I yet so board, and no about you. Name my because MPP forces sorry, at BNABC.
Okay.
Say MPP 4. To make us MPP 4, Yanidomu. To make us say, yet in a national party headquarters. Now your friend MPP 4, you know, say, Mumbra, near Kosuni. Yen train. Munya so say, anytime, Pia, you better see MPP Penibiano. Yes, so yan taki and discipline. At the end of this, Seban is at the end of this.
Mate,
yes, friend and discipline for. So, Munkabi, now wait and bomb mine. Yes, you have a whole regional officer or to make your interview now from one of your sister stations. Also, no beyond me, friend.
Ahayano Becano. Kukurantumi Haya.
Yeah, the way to your mind. So, beyond me, friend. Regional secretary, yeah, coalition. MPP Wabemo. Mitim Raso. My name is Nina for 4 air Kujuma. And now traffic will game past stretch. Me who police can be Chumuna mediati. Oh, what you mean? Make a court. You can free me court. All because you're Timbra, Yetwa. Your best friend. You're the NDC. They have 4 years to govern us. So, it was very difficult for them to govern us.
Okay. Mate. Ni Yabeshe going forward no but enra speaker a suspended so greater cry na weja gbawin so under greater cry no was suspended member of parliament or ma owini on the ticket of the MPP e na ka fa ho
yo mini am say speaker me huni oye because suspension pa many about share video ni ye na share se nkrofo ben no start say o push table share video ni ye anya bia sa nkrofo na start ye no o mu nya aka obi ana selected few the bias and partiality no ya do sudut speaker me so say the decision no is unpopular and your decision e be boa
Asempa FM
are representatives of their people. We all agree say as MPs no also mo comport to omo yi. But then vetting committee no there is an essence in here omo nya ehemu. Et say o page ma ye interview. In the interview no only one question we me answer na me answer. Because o page ma omo said ye ni say Nyama udu CV ba ye wo mu nyina wo bisa mu nsem. Wo personal information bi o mu wono e wo so mu to bisa wo. Ye ne krom ha na ye man crofo bi two national anthem and the pledge. O we sending na ka obi. Nti e de akoba ne sen na ye bisa question na. Ye see. Nanka ushe parliament in share na.
Okay.
The majority and a minority minority leadership no na ka omo de ye mo makwanya bebre ye bisa questions the number of times omo pe ba fi we akosita it we a leader kra yes is 3 questions this minority leader pe no to me bisa question do ope enti nia ya ne say te sadia and the most of the questions are ye wo bisa no ni na e ko do say crofo ba questions to say your mommy honorable Okulu. Oba you know, 7 questions now also because problem in no problem on more. I was saying, young, or more transfer. Eddie Begit 2 million at the end of the 20 ma. I was a question.
But say, now one kasana will share videos no. Now show MP meba odala ye wianesa. We share video no now share abrabo now MP first timer now obono. Were you proud of him?
Mina say me your baby no be pia there up the amia. I will protect myself. If the year pia table no come here no. Now was also mubi.
Na ye di table ni komiano. Near the table ni komiano.
Usha baby ordinary no. Table no push no. Usha table no komiano.
Na se baby ye hu so gina baby ye hu so gina space bebre won na chintin ko betumi asore hwako. Na o mapia table na to form say the working.
Na table mienu fifin. Baby ordinary table mienu no fifin na mo pia baako. Emiano. Nti I was protecting him, but also holding on the table to push. If you start to say, I push the table the first, no, and you be almost you are suspended.
Okay. Mate.
Because me say, Obi,
Asempa FM.
Now me will be protecting me. Protecting me.
Okay.
That is exactly what me MP with that way. Yeah. For us, it's an hero for us because you will be that. MP. Echo Chaminia MP. I did what Parliament. 4 years ago, it happened. Or the other trying your MP.
Mate.
We allow this to happen all the time.
Mame na se ne bra wanya mame.
Listen me that. Na me say papa.
Ni Odalai Paka eye MPP Greater Accra Regional Secretary. Mene ye rapport boating or ye Chief Executive Officer Africa Center for Security or ye security analyst. Ora boating Martin.
Major Sumini aba.
Yeda se ne wo bre anopay. Na de ye enkomo ye di eye bambo ehonsem after election post election violence bebre no anasi ye di ho nkomo a na ase order fofra aba eye se former appointees ni wo ma nom wa ban mu no wo hon ma na mabumbi abo mrantie video ayewo a eda hai ya bo refie oka ya besizi ni ye de ko ye jiwe enochi isi a raise concerns about security challenges a Emma Nintimi we Ablekuma North, a whole Emma declaration, Emma. Generally, we share security after election now. What assessment or when you're doing?
Medica Mamentia at T4. Now, Marcus, elections, the Adabiano, Osha, 3 cycles, and one, now the faces in Inano. Near a declaration and post elections, near my because activity server ube and you know ubusamia my friends elections are ya corner Ghana no this particular one no me nimbi no post election violence no aye kese pa am feel say ni kwan say e do sabe
Adie na mana aye kese change ye hunu no in 2001 the 2017 I think said 2012 and so yeah 2009 made I say how different nema we no ebru ni so
yeah tiene say un say ye beto aba no security measures are on the two akwan mu no me personally me criticize say papa was it the first time I beto aba declare say ma asra for entity parts of this election. Enti e man ko fo bebre bia na wo no sebe wo musro police fo ni yakudo se nyombe ye bi ombe ye. Enti na wo hwe ya election time na nkasa no ubohu civilian na wo person o attack asra for later ye France wo mun ko no okogini tuo ne ne ma basabasa bia na kwa tinse wo hu bi. If you say ye dia share wo mutri mu say asra ni bia ni ho se oba election ni mu ebi perception ni say oba election mu a omu be wi abem ama ban a wote so but no kure ni say asra for your professionals o mu nya sa na man omu kan sem bebre enti bampo pa ba bia na edin e wo say asra for timi kono IGP be kan say asra ni bia nka won ne commander or command bia eno ya de ba ko a ehun sunso aso bi pa na ye hu. If you share after election, no, police for no cry na ye wogidi wo so ombe adwuma no omo ni bebre no enema na wo so omo nyina omo antimi anye yentimi fa bebre ntuga what they show first time yabobaba my do sabre ma collation center cry ye dey free baby what dey police I think district headquarters they were Tesano police for nankasa josuo no omso muntimi police for hoban e kire won sembebre say enema nkoyi enti no ni e ka se e ka ye beka ma ade achen in fact this particular one no and say ya omdi ku kwan so no o ma anfa ngu kwan so yi enu nti na ama yehu ni yehu
yesha IGP ni performance after election ohun saying
well me perception about IGP ni different. Me feel so you be a obono homoden with police adwumaye no ehwehwe ni mu na ye ne de ni ma wo ye nyina ne se obeya de a public no ye beka so wa yade or ye say enu nti wa wonti security ase pa ye no wo so wa yade but na adwuma na nkasa no onye anya obi a ne modern bo eso ni me kra nwanwa so oda so etia no kwal ne se me na me wotumi se me sesa na kadana yeto abawie na de chemeka so ngofie na dwuma nsoni no kora na me ka kire
na wo hye said ya till date yente hye wo hoyi na ebi mutusu so guso a elobe person oto aso aye IGP is it likely say mampani betu maintain no
wa mimim nhye ya yewura mahama person ye any ni strategy or person or the manage or mine bambo ana me no o maintain na ebe nwanwa if you say ebe ma niema bebre atochema when it comes to internal security strategy on person or use because nipa na onu on be adwuma no dodo na wo mransepo against IGP inti eba ne sa even briefings there ones no briefings was wunya kra no omo fama eba se sans where adwuma potin was say ni subordinates ne ye no omo nya kukuduro nye no kwa ne say crime rate akosoro ba say wo police headquarters for say wo statistics no kura unya bi e bi say mon central for kura no ya kama no atum wo strategy bi e incommunicado me no ka say asembisi e bi a denchiraman ho ba bi na so kogusa police ni bi esro so obekasa that is the strategy of IGP ono nko an kasa enti no so maintain na wankasa no pese police fo na e wo man dodo na no empena se mo fititete enu nti kura kan no mo punish aban na wo twem no na wo no nkwasa nso won pese wadwuma no ebekoso sene wo penu no me fin se wo so pam IGP dampare wanye obi obo no modern wo police adwuma ni
na ye shese say de aba Abena yedi ho nkomenura anadwo ne nya ntie se lord come mrantie bi number about 20 womako ne fie akosizi cars be 7 eni ade e wo ho enu achi so yes Samia Wuku ne pick up makoji even the former vice president the warehouse e won so makosizi cars bia return bia ade aka ama ye want too many yemfa ne se ye normal se change of government ba bia obi abetu the 2 minutes nsem na wadi sadwuma yi
bruna yedu no I was say ye tise democracy na ye se democracy na ye di asania
yes say ye besan arezi ye rapport boating back nti bambo mu nkomo a na yedie after battle no die ACC die ekoso and to some extent to be say the silence of the IGP on Sanima Winyina say ebano arrest say ebano say prosecution any ade no na yehunu nkomo sanse bo no be fa na wobeti ye do agina mranim emrane wudi frequent update e wo sa omo edi abonefosem ni nyina ho no nyade yeti bibia sa e free IGP honom eno na ebimu enwunye kakra e wo ne dwumadie ho Asempa 94.7 Kukurantumi dwumadie na wotie no ora boaten pato yeti ho
ensani na me kono ebre na yedu no enye bre a e wo se cancel enra akomesi ye entiene nso muntum yedi eba ne sa ema democracy no nefa eye no enkoso die better enti no eyade e wo se yetuso anamo na o hwe you were lot come in nkofo na almost and say party ya omo nkofo omo target omo so okay last time MPP buy na blonye e take lead and organize nkofo no so better radio to a no ke cancel so when ya ban pay you be a mama bitunufo enti no NDC for so say buy you be an so nkasa yo enti I go say oh the normal thing yeah but if you say a agency so be okra on ka ho and now na me read one news item there PBC I'm so manager no ma kon wa for the car ni and there since in term factor and man you who say and nam say aban announce say what organization here friend urani obia betime yes okay ye can group no obetia for ya ID card the crowd ya bono so kan ho no the now because we want me identify and I work say you Martin people obeka cho say won send obia me wa de no so for and any idea was say ye hwese ye be say democracy na ye won ni party ye man do level bia obi benya ensem a ensem fata fa ho man ye boni bia ni pa bi mpeso on be ye no ba amo tinya ye fin say eno emwa wo man da na ntino mesre ndi simpanyfo ni edu no de ogoni beka say ye why bia munjai na yan kwani ko ni ye eda ye no tin say no mbe bo ndo mbetini afre wo mu na wo mu no makasa na say so wo mu anso a wo mu ntie no am fin say obi kura wo mu nye ndi fo wo mu do wo mu abefrem e ba ne sanso no mo tini ama embla eno wo wo se sia no police fo nya kokudo so mbechi obi a wonim say aban ne ba say ya dodo na wo mu embla no e wo se wo mu tini di adwuma no wo mu tru omuntimi mfanya adwuma ya bani timi ba bonten be kan say e bia asumafia na obenten ye nsoma no nti obi odemla ne be hye ne nsem emla ne bia ebeboa asense ne o mayi di ni ta
ayo eti unsusuemu de president ebe comment fasa seizure of nkrofo ejapade ba ko e ba ye kro no so moko sizie na owurafo chese nyomo no mokogye ye se de wokan eye owura omari wade omokoje car no later they realize say your mine car and no returning it back to him. Do you feel say and as on susuimu no mampani ebie na no catch mo say cessation of nkrofo properties no wo mo enya ya ebende
ono me commander in chief ano no kasema obi enwo no obetimi atwena no awofo enti no say ono ma bontin me kan ye de ni edodo na adwene yon say on ne check no yes enti no nimi otimi na say obi yes afutu mbia omo ba bontin a na wo ma ba na mum owura no omo akonstitute no properly amra anase ombe law atai obi be di omduma amana yete because obi enu no person nipa no be baba no be sisa o man na japade na nkirima no abehu amane da enti nyina ye support papa boni so discount kwa dia was say do fa mra because I know na ye ya ebetimi abra corruption na obi ntu fita say oh eni amenso me koye bia aban ni fitu a e ba be ye seme ana e be ye ni sei you know ye mo modern si ye be de ye bi kaso ba say ye ntimi anye ne sa na ye je mu sa na wo ye politician you know asem ne ba eyu na sebe okwankwa bia ohia ni bia ono otebe bi okofa wo gan na ko ya bode de ane de na ko to afia na ifin se no anya de a what say the so organ
okay now yes ebano the police service wo hu ne se e wo se sekap bi enmanim ya ekoso ne ye hu se they are actively ye adwuma no a omafo expect so mo be hu no
se no bi kan ni a chance police for no on tin kasa so wo she uniform a on tin kasa but en some e koso of no enya de a Asempa na empanyimfo pupo bi say ada appoint ni be no ani e be hu ne tenten na da IGP dan pare bi police no ana wo ma na ye kasa wo mo nye o IGP ni mo adwuma no ɛno na obom sɛ no kora na yɛ kan kita yɛn bambɔ adwuma na yɛn de yi na emu nsɛm na yɛ nti na wɔsa wɔmampanyin ɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ ahodoɔ bebree ana nyɛ me nko ara to na maka obi anya kokuduru mekae sɛ Abozo, Dr. Abozo, as he say, we are National Security Administrator. Also, no say, let me know cancer down calling. Abozo on you be a Udumoduma pa, and then no one go. And Kofobi Bromo police, and we be in Yakudu, the count, some degree, and near ma, I possible. And to me, one was a vampire dazzle, a day, a Chihose, or no, a IDP. Or Brian Yama and Kuyi or Ghana. Obi on him bamboo, and you say, and Yaman Kuyi. Of course, we young phobia on the things that damn party should be used to when it comes to law enforcement. But no, meaning said damn party, I was so abiding.
Mame phone call Parliament today, dear question and answer. Na mo basa yo sorry ye. Meaning sabai na watch video no easy as suspended 4 MPs. Babia me do ebamo speaker a decision. Or refer asem na siye basa yo no ama posifo omonkoye ho hwehwemu emfa when you criminal investigation no mo fa ho report emra police involvement parliament hwehwemu the committee the chaos na esiye no onu ne say step in the right direction
and me can say speaker na oda no timra na siye me emra no me shedan as ye na ni M11 say so suspending it for ana
me patron
na we suspend on the FA then adema police one farmer police investigations and so on suspend we are quite to what to anoma ho na the customer will be so money certainly me tell no and you know one na ni mu na no think say eno na bebo but me think say enema for parliament no na say parliament no me think say emwa and also check parity of the MPs are to Abama. If you say what to compare 1896 Aba, Oshe Gate Mensa no more time. Any Usle Campon, no more Hakama, no more Niama Donko, Mufa no more time, Dr. Pablegian time. So Abena, almost yesterday, no International Conference Center. Opokua on a week here, what it said. I'm going to say, Mr. Yomu Dipeti, and Mama Yakono. Say we need to hear after all possible opportunity ho emu but en do na no fa engineering ko so mo ko ke se bi a se me debate ko so kamia ye se akoye bibi a wasi ye an ye nfin se emwa enti no ye betre empty no we mi enta kan o ma be tie contempt na emom o mo ntutu o mo niam ye se dodo na esia dodo na ni da ho so enti se mo kotena ho na mo koye sta chubu ye ekoye chubu ye nsem na emwa wo man
na in terms of security no futu be na wa de be ma the Ministry of Interior and the Defense Ministry ye hu say yura Muntaka Mubarak ono na ekohono sanso na ye papa Edredo Maneboama Muntaka Mohammed na Edredo Maneboama na ekosa ministries yi bibi wo hon ma wo de be ma afutu bi
ye big be ma no de e bebre ni ye kan sumasem ba open say no de ye be kan say omo resource bambofo no na omo ntimi nya kokuduro enye adwuma na efe nso mo omo nye no Pakistan nse edu ba bia obetimi akoye investigation na ba report aba enye ma bi wo ho e wo se oye and so now be also we there yem call for and as a community way chieftaincy way be when him we do support for your party and now we there was there against in yem panicking ban ya man mo ama bambo to no enko to you o man mu ade ha ye pa ya hensam ya ade a o hwe ye pono so a eni ne dikan enti no o hwa hensam ni community conference na e kokko so na any armed robbery cases and kidnapping so Besasha say na. I was so much on Sapo Muslim. Na near intelligence led security no or Mushim Mukana and Mumbabwa asking 10 years.
Mate, Mamena say any Brawanya de Amaye and Opay rapport.
Madam.
Orapo Boatin, a security analyst. Na so modern na upiemo ewo eye Africa Center for Security or ye chief executive officer ena ye no abo enkomo no na comment ba meko Facebook na me share o comment bi Kofi Dompre o se MPP epa o se MPP se mo boss amon kole mo supporters no na chese ni oda line die na o kan na o responde na eno chin so no Steven Tete o se good morning Abena asem no die no na wabisa no mate paso Kofi o se mate beda se Amos Day on also o se nyambo chene na woda Amos happy birthday in advance. Why we share the same birthday. Piaga mate beda say thank you so much and kwabna gent or sabna violence na ekoso ni nyina no ensem bia omampani when okay omampani dada mahama ka says a ban of violence political party we are into be MBT and DC and no now to him no womo edin wujuma no na menko UCC na mene governance expert ba Korura Jonathan Asante Ochire mene no eni enkomo political analyst na fe yen hyenra haya na kosi senso ena mene ni din komo about charging the cost of parliament no say ye be identify members of parliament individually because a video no so glaring no bia ebehunu na nwumre mu a ye pon show no ena breaking news se ba ye misa no se oti speaker a decision no ne wanwa na yero Ochire Martin Ora Asante Ochire.
Hello.
Meda sene obre na mejede se bibia iboko. Nyame adom. Na enran komo ayedi ye na nwumre mu ene ye hu se speaker asigina ye e wo so suspend MPs no ennan a video na hunu wo mu amudi akotene eno ochin so refa asem no de ma posifo se omonye hwehwemu bia beba se we ne criminal investigation mu ba be ye be se charge some of these MPs are edi sa adwuma no we hunu ye no we surprised.
No maminche Asempa FM the phone na na pay and mu amno mu djuma my kebno kebi amamu enya economy edi kan sa bakaya I'm say may suggest say obviously the speaker will have to crack the whip and two they will have to apologize profusely to Parliament and to all Ghanaians and beyond. And then thirdly, no, video say cause of this commotion, almost say properties belonging to the state, they should be charged. Maybe suspension did not occur to me that the speaker could use that particular way, as part of the punishment. So I'm not. I don't think this should be the only issue into a parliament. I was a speaker investigating or set up a committee to investigate. The first, what's it called? The 7th, the 8th of January 2021, the invasion of the military, the armed invasion military into Parliament must be investigated by now. And all those who gave those orders should equally be brought to book. I think our democracy, we need to grow.
Asempa FM.
Opokua, there is something else I was saying.
Okay.
This delegate system that the political parties have been using, to be frank with you, they have not been giving us the right personalities to become MPs.
Mm-hmm.
Because the way and manner, you cannot buy this delegate and become nominated and then consequently win the seat as parliamentarian. So day in, day out, the highest bidders are getting into parliament. And then what we are seeing is that we are not getting the best in terms of governance. And this delegate system, I think the democracy no to pray.
Adiana wa observe nti a wode kasa no.
Because I feel it is not everybody who deserves to be in parliament. Most probably they are not getting the picture. They don't seem to appreciate where they find themselves. They belong to the top echelon of the society. And you just don't get there unprepared. You need to prepare mentally. You need to prepare psychologically. In terms of depth of knowledge, in terms of temperament, also you're prepared of the task ahead. You see, you're parliamentarian. You are not representing only those who voted for you. Those who did not even vote for you, as long as they belong to the constituency, they are all your constituents. So you need to appreciate the enormity of responsibility that they are showing them. Now this motivation by partisanship, then it is becoming inimical to the growth of our democracy.
Now,
especially when common sense should prevail, that is when you see it is thrown somewhere else.
Now, mess sign the wako is a speaker a decision I will take and renew. Now, a being susu say or very fair the ama police for Nanke was so holding on with suspension no. Na post for your investigation if we are or the suspension about but also was suspend we never one free post for some my investigation na yen share when the year we when the say there when a mass adie e baye na no so no what they say charging abamoa nice what to akoko ai anoma ho na de ko chesa anoma benie one safo ne adwen
to suspend means that you have found them guilty in advance. For that misbehavior or misconduct. Inviting the police, I disagree. Asking the committee to investigate, after which recommendations can be given to the speaker, I think that's the best way to go. If the police is to establish, say, the name of the destroyer, so that they will be charged here. That is it. But in terms of Sebia, criminal charges leveled against, I don't think it is proper. It is not. We've not gotten there yet. It's not as if Sebia will be the kind, or the will be that one. Then obviously we are going into criminality. This is more or less like a funny fact. It's a koso. In actual fact, in parliamentary practice, you should have boycotted. But when you imagine it's a more boycotted, so you are going to obstruct. So if you see what happened yesterday, in the midst of vetting Ablakwa, now I say your minds have been averted to Assembly Speaker, for which reason you cannot continue. Well, that amounts to some kind of boycott, but it is a silky way of boycotting. You see, midstream, without making it appear that they are boycotted, but they are listening to the voice of the speaker. You want to say the majority will not hear the voice of the speaker more than the minority. One, especially the majority leader, can walk to the speaker and ask him, what are your express instructions with respect to this? And it's taking only the minority to do so. I see some kind of mischief in there. I see some kind of mischief in there. If indeed what the minority did yesterday, then the speaker must come out once again to give us some kind of sanctions against the majority leader.
Okay. For say majority leader here then.
So no speaker and kasa. Speaker and kasa the select committee to reconstitute the appointment committee
because members need be was suspended or no.
So if the speaker said so, now Mama Helga say yes, I'm a speaker actually. Name or say ABC and D can replace ABC and D. That is it. minorities also I say no differently. One person say speaker say the select committee should reconstitute when so therefore if it has not been reconstituted then just said the it could be in contempt of speaker.
Okay.
And that is what they wouldn't want to get themselves into for now. Having realized 3 of their members have been suspended, 1 from majority, 3 from minority or so.
Yeah.
So if that has happened there, they don't want to be on the wrong side of speaker. It is a caution that they took. It's a caution that they took. But maybe strategically, they were done with their political target. And that was Mr. Blackwell.
Okay.
Probably they were done because regional ministers now at the end of the day, omuni can be after.
Mate. Na be so hu no se na at least say speaker mom a fair hearing said the what committee no na koso otwe na committee no wi omadwuma e de omo report eba na based on the report no or the take sad decision or take nenra no but you take the decision and then task the committee say almost what are they going to do again?
Just like you see, the problem with this committee system over the years, Nana said, she has set up continuing investigation now. Over be with now Asam boom. Ama, like to say, the importance of that particular way, has gone under the bridge, and it has been happening in this country. It has been happening in this country. For example, they set up interministerial committee. They share voter authority for Omubio Akosomoya Tanko for Yemen. Compensation our him. Committee, interministerial committee, Jumadia Mudia, our him. Now saying Apiatifo, they were complaining. So, I mean, this committee system has not really worked in terms of time and the lapse of time and then loss of memory of certain events. So say, I quite say, Yankophobia, we are on the move. We have our own problems and challenges. So we don't really care so much about the past. We are always thinking more about today and tomorrow. It doesn't happen. Oh, time always bless the memory. Time always bless the memory. But to also suspend them before you set up a committee means that you've already convicted them before the committee investigates. So, whichever way you look at it, our consequences will be any good. But of course, having been suspended for 2 weeks or so, it's okay. It is not a harmful year. It may affect you that much, but of course, it will be on your record, on your file anyway.
Okay.
That because of ABC and the US suspended, that will be on your file. I don't want the situation then these people who are suspended could also have another punishment leveled against them. That will amount to double jeopardy.
Okay.
Perhaps they want to have a lot more of people maybe certain charges of misconduct to be leveled against them. They could also be suspended, for the same number of weeks.
Mate, Doc Momena Senibra Wanyadiamaya no pay. Dr. Jonathan Asante Ochre, a political analyst, Esansu lecturer at University of Cape Coast, UCC. Now, where the chum, ye begina so na yede, ene Kukurantumi Jumadi and yede si ewoha, na ye koye ahomboa, na yede na watchi Jumadi so atwaso, yeda sesa ojebre, etie yen, eka ye ho, kwa kuchum, ena LED production, ena jewel, edeme to mu live on Facebook and YouTube. Edia mejeso ene Abena Opokua. Ahwenee mada wase sa wojebre na yenya mu bebre no a wachire yebeto aso nti ebre no so a na wabomodi an penetrate phone lines no na wabana yetumi edi nkomo makra.
Safa sapeli sizo simnyama. Iwasafa.